Oh, game of show. Well, that would be Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, so I played, well, I did not actually play Red Dead Redemption, but another person played Red Dead Redemption in front of me, and I'm a little on the fence about giving Red Dead Redemption my game of the show since I didn't play it, but it definitely was the game that most surprised me because I actually hadn't heard a whole lot about it. It just wasn't really on my radar, but after seeing it played in front of me, it shows a lot of promise, and I actually think if they execute what they have, you know, their core design seems pretty sound to make a game that is, you know, extremely fun and has mass market appeal for a Western game, which hasn't really happened up to this point. So, yeah.
Well, my game of show for PAX 09 is was Brink. They weren't actually letting people play it. It was a live demo, and basically, in short, it's a first-person shooter where you get to pick between two factions. It's the Resistance and Security, and basically, the Resistance naturally are the guys that are causing all kinds of trouble, and the Security are the guys that are trying to stop the trouble. And it's got a cool art style to it. It's almost Borderlands looking, but not quite as hard lines around the graphics and stuff like that. But one of the things that really sucked me in was this thing called Smart that they had, and that's smooth movement across random terrain, I believe. And basically what you do is you hold down the sprint button, and then depending on where you're facing, like pointing up or down or left or right, you'll interact with the environment accordingly. So say there's a tripwire that you want to jump over, or not a tripwire, but like say a laser you want to slide under so you don't trigger something, you just look down and sprint towards it, and your character will automatically slide under it, or like, you know, he'll jump over something if you're looking up. And that looked really cool, and so did the it just looked super polished, and it ran really nicely on the 360, and I don't know, it just looked really good. So that's my PAX 09 game of show. So.
I have no idea. I'm just like waiting for you to get done. My game of show at PAX 2009 was probably Heavy Rain. Reason being mainly because I got to actually play it. If I was able to play Red Dead Redemption, maybe it would have been in that, but we're not basing things on, you know, hypothetical. So I am going to go with Heavy Rain for my game of show. And the main reason being is it looks like it's going to be one of the first games for me to actually really start engaging the player in the story and actually living up to that. You know, a lot of games say, hey, we're going to, you know, it's going to be extremely immersive thanks to our new immersion system, but they don't actually deliver on that promise, and it just ends up being, hey, you're this, you know, person and you're doing this thing. But the reason I say this is because it actually uses the QuickTime events in a way I haven't really seen before, in that it's not the usual just hit X when it comes on the screen, hit circle when it comes on the screen, you know, things like that. It's more of a, you get a choice as to which QuickTime event you want to pick. Depending on your choice, it actually matters as to what happens in the game. There's a lot of different scenarios that even the demo I played could have gone, and that's really why I really enjoyed Heavy Rain. And really, it's unfortunate that most of the crew here didn't really get to play it.
Alright, so we just got out of Dragon Age, and I'm trying to get this.
This means we played it.
Yeah, trying to get this off.
Yeah.
My game of show is it rolling? Is it? My game of show for PAX 2009 would be Brutal Legend, a Tim Schafer game. It's my game of show because I wasn't really expecting too much from this game to begin with, but getting my hands on it, it's totally awesome. It's very simple to play. I heard so much about it. Like the multiplayer would be super complicated in some ways, I guess, but it plays very simple. And the soundtrack I'm not totally into, but you know, if the soundtrack fits well with the game, I'm into it no matter what it is. And I'm gonna be headbanging to a lot of death metal pretty soon, and I'm excited about that. But other than that, it's hilarious, beautiful in a metal way, and it should be a game to put many, many hours into.
We're gonna have to keep this. Yeah. Blooper reel. I am surprised by your dedication. Awesome.
Okay.
I've lost my arms.